Yo, what's up? This is Joe from JJ Innovation Girl, Juno Peach Capital of the State, baby, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Figured I'd jump on here for just a minute. Knock these little things out right quick. What's up, Yancey? What's up, Henry? Yeah, I figured I'd jump on here right quick in between stuff. So I figured I'd give y'all a little bit of content today. We're gonna clean up. I just finished cutting out the rest of them. So we're gonna clean these up. These are out of 14 gauge aluminum. So we're gonna clean them up. And what's up, Angie? And we're gonna get with it with these. Well, that ain't gonna work. I done vibrated y'all around and around. I done vibrated y'all around. Y'all went around and around and around. I'm about to set y'all on something that it don't vibrate. Let me get a glove. Let me set y'all on a glove. I just vibrated y'all up. Maybe this will work. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Hey, at least we didn't get no snow. We didn't get no snow or nothing. Mac, I don't know what the hell you're making. Mac, I don't know what you're making, but you're making a lot of damn noise. I ain't gonna tell you that right there. So, yeah, we didn't get no snow. It's raining. So, about all the snow is gone and everything's wet. So. If I had a little powder coat oven, I'd be set. Because they sent me an email this morning, said that could I prime these? Could I epoxy them? And I said, you want me to epoxy both sides? And they said, no, just one side. Just one side. So I just got to epoxy one side. If I had a powder coating oven, I could lay them down and powder coat one side. And then powder coat acts just like epoxy, and then they can do whatever they want to on them. But I'm gonna spray some 2K epoxy on them. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Just something to knock out right quick. Put my mind on autopilot. You know what I mean? So this is what we're doing right here. I've been working on some other stuff too, off camera. I just don't show everything, you know what I mean? I just don't show everything. Because some things just ain't that important. Well, that exciting. Some stuff just ain't that exciting. Oh, me. I gotta get with John. You got to get with John to see if he's unthawed, to see if he had any plate. If you don't have any plate, then I guess I'm going to have to go to salvage yard, see if they got some plate. Because Lord knows I don't want to have to buy a brand new sheet. Lord knows I don't want to have to do that. Recycled would be good. How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing all right today? I'm actually using the table that we made the other day. I threw a piece of 1/8 inch on top of it because y'all know we repaired this airline. Now she's too short. She's too choked. She can't make it all the way over there. So. If you ever work with a... Oh, okay. I'll check with you. If you've ever worked with aluminum, it's got this weird smell to it. Like, it's weird. Weird smell to me. Yeah, Nathan might. Yeah, Nathan might. We got a few more to do. 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 Look like the damn Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Shredder. I ain't got nothing exciting. Not today. Or not this time. I'm gonna do a regular video on the nibblers. I'm gonna do a re-unboxing. Man, I didn't go to bed last night till like 3:30. One thing about this warmer weather, we're not burning more wood. We're not burning as much wood. Got to figure out what I'm going to do for the Peach Festival now, since I'm committed. Yeah, that sounds good. Are you still working on the Blazer? We're not working on the Blazer right this moment, but yeah, we still got the Blazer. Are you still working on the Blazer? Yeah, 67, 61. We still got the Blazer. We're not working on it right this moment, but we working on it. I enjoy the Blazer videos. I appreciate it. Or you ever get through going? No, it's still covered in snow. It's still covered in snow. It's still covered in snow, and it's pouring down rain right now. So it's supposed to be warmer. So since there's no snow, once all the snow's gone, I can drive it back up underneath the canopy, and then we can put the headlight or put the windshield wiper switch in it, and then check some stuff, and then because you can't drive it in the rain, and I'm not driving it in the rain. I need it to be a nice, pretty day. Yeah, the rain will melt the snow away. Yeah, it sure will. Then I need to drive the Impala. I need to tune it. Need to put a tune in it. There's a lot of stuff that goes on off camera that you just don't see. Oh, the Scorpion kit. Corey, I talked to Corey this morning from Scorpion. So my Scorpion stuff's supposed to be here tomorrow. I forgot to mention in the notes, so they didn't send a banner. He said they send a banner the next time. So all the stuff for the box truck, for the walls and stuff, is supposed to be here Friday. And then he said he's going to call me back in 2 weeks and do a follow-up with me to see how I liked it. So that, and then the dimple die from Mittler Brothers is supposed to be here today. So if it shows up today, we're going to finish the tailgate panel for the OBS truck and get that took care of. And then I cut some floor pieces out for the Blazer. Cut them off on camera. So got that. So a little bit of stuff going on. I got some stuff coming from Minnesota next week. Some parts. I got parts coming from Minnesota next week. That's where they said they was coming from. Got a friend going, that didn't work, neither did it. I got a friend going to out west, going snow goose hunting in 2 weeks. You waiting on some bicycles? So you got to prime them. So since I got to prime them, you got to sand them. So if I'd have known that I was going to prime them, I would have sanded the aluminum before I cut them out. But I didn't know. Because them wings are rough on a piece of sandpaper. Talked to Bill on a budget this morning. Oh, Bill on a budget. Talked to him. He asked me if I was going to run to the sun. I don't know. Oh man, this is not exciting. It's not exciting. Not for you guys. one thing. What's up, Tulu? We're gonna be able to get to use the new Shadow primer gun on this when we spray some 2K epoxy. Now I can spray some epoxy in this weather. I can just turn the heat on in the booth and I ain't worried about it. But it says here in the next couple of days it's supposed to get up in the 60s. As soon as it gets to the 60s, we're gonna paint some daggone C10 parts. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 more to go. 5 more to go, boys and girls. 5 more to go. 5 more to go. Talked to Cars this morning. He said it was 80. What's up, Gary? Yeah, I'm glad it's gone too. I'm glad it's gone too. I talked to Cars this morning. He said it was 80 degrees at 9 o'clock in Cali. Hey, if y'all want to see some cool stuff at Denton Farm Park up there at Denton Farm Park, where they have the C10 revival, they're having the military antique show in March. It's 2 or 3 days. It's the military antique show. They got everything you can think of at our military. It's cool, man. If you've never been, you ought to go. It's pretty cool. That's a whole nother world right there. That's a whole nother world. You want to talk about restoring stuff? Them guys restore all kinds of old antique military stuff. Man, it is so freaking cool, man. It's cool. Tanks, helicopters, everything. It's bad. It's badass. I know a guy right now that has a Jeep, like the MASH Jeep, the TV show MASH. He has got a MASH, he's got a Jeep, old military Jeep, still in the crate. Still in the crate, like it was when it was chunked out of the damn C-130. It's still in the crate. It's at his house, in his garage, like or his shop, building, whatever the hell you want to call it. And it's just open on one side. And that thing is in this crate like a daggone Matchbox car. And the body, the engine, everything's there. And then they have this thing there at I'm sure they still have it, where at the military show, where they take a Jeep and they tear it apart, pull the engine, transmission, and everything out, and put it all back together in 5 minutes. They drive up, 4 men get out of it, they take the whole thing apart, pull the engine, transmission, everything out. They pull everything out, lay it on the ground in pieces. Rear end, front drive shaft, everything. And then put it back together in 5 minutes. And then drive back off in it. It is so freaking cool, man. It's so freaking cool. That's how they were, man. And the motorcycles, too. The little Harley Davidson motorcycles with a little sidecar. They got them to there, too, where they take them all apart and they fold them up and they put them in a box. And it is so, I'm telling you, Denton Farm Park in Denton, North Carolina, and Randolph County, right there next to Randolph County and Davidson County and Montgomery County, right there in the corner. I think it's March. You'll have to look it up. Denton Farm Park Military Show. It is crazy, man. It is crazy. It's crazy. It is crazy. Oh, yeah. And it's still sitting in the box, Gary. It's still in the crate. Still in the crate. Still in the crate. Yeah, it's nice. It is nice, Henry. So right up the street, right up the road here, probably 10 miles. There was two. One of them still working, the other one's not. There was an airport, a little small airport. Like little prop planes and stuff would land. A lot of farmers would use it to stop and reload and stuff like that. It was just a grass field, like a runway, and they would come in there and just land, and it was right up the road here when I was a kid. Probably in my mid teenage years, they stopped because a lot of farmers quit doing crop dusting and spraying with stuff like that. So it was cool, man. See them little planes coming in. That sandpaper right there about spent. I was tempted just to use this 1/8" plate on the table, but then I was like, you know what? If I use this 1/8" plate on the table, for the tabletop, it would just be, it would be a sacrifice, and I wouldn't be happy with it later on. And I was like, man, I should have just waited. So, yeah, I'm not. I think 1/4 inch would be all right, but I'd like to have 3/8. There's another one. Yeah, crop duster. That's cool. Got 2 more to go, boys and girls. 2 more to go. Yeah, this piece of sandpaper about gone. Let's see if I can find another piece. I have no idea what Mac's making. There's another one. That's pretty funny, miss. I broke down in too many cars getting a plane. He said I broke down in too many getting a plane. Hey, Gary, if somebody did, well, there's a couple of drive-ins still around here that they're open, but like an old drive-in and a bar hop, like a little soda shop and something. Yeah. Yeah, the next ones I cut out, I'll sand the aluminum before I cut them out. Last one, boys and girls, last one. Got to wipe the water off of that one. What's up, Nathan? No good deed goes unpunished. All right, boys and girls, let me I don't know where my air nozzle's at. I think I left it. I think my air nozzle is in the truck. I think the air nozzle's in the truck. My air blower, I think it's in my truck. So we're gonna have to do something different, and we're gonna show you something right quick. And then I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do a video on. I'm gonna re-unbox the nibbler and just do a regular video on it and post it. Do an unboxing and stuff like that. You know, cause this is an unboxing channel. You know, it's an unboxing channel. Woo. I did go to the dump. Now I got to wipe these things down and 2K epoxy them, and we're gonna get to use the new Luma Exodus gun, or not, the new Luma Shadow gun, the primer gun. We're gonna use it to spray some 2K epoxy on these bad boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I cut 13 of them out. I probably cut 2 more, make it even. They ordered 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12. A buddy of mine in Texas, he seen me make them. He asked me to send him one. And then I got a buddy in Daytona. He wants one. And then I'm going to keep one. And then the guy in Miami, he ordered 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12. So I'm going to keep that one. And then we're going to epoxy it. No, they don't want anything on them. They want me to epoxy them. That's all they want me to do. They want me to epoxy them. Put 2K epoxy on them and mail them out. Yep. So I got a buddy in Texas that wants one. So I'm gonna mail one to a buddy in Texas. I'm gonna keep one for myself, and I'm gonna do some stuff and some artwork on one. And then I got a buddy close to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He wants one. He wants one as well, so I'm gonna send him one. I'm gonna send my friend in Houston. He wants one. I'm gonna send him one, and then a guy in Miami ordered 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these 12 here these are in order. So I'm gonna 2K epoxy them, let them flash off and let them dry, box them up and mail them. So yeah. Yep. So that's it, boys and girls. Man, to the guy that brought me this new or it's an old TV, but it's new to me. Is doing good. Mac is making a damn firewall or something. I don't know what in the hell Mac's making. I'm gonna have to text him and say, what in the hell was you making? Anyways, so that's where we're at on that, boys and girls. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna put these on the fourth wall store. I'll probably have these for sale. There's some other stuff that I'm cutting out too. Yeah, he's making a transmission tunnel. That's what it looks like to me, but I don't know what it's for. Or a firewall. I don't know what he's making. But anyways, I appreciate everybody tapping in. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Remember what I said, boys and girls, we're on our way to 10,000. I am probably going to go ahead and start taking the ceiling out of this thing. Probably going to take the speaker pods off the wall and take the ceiling out. And go ahead and get with it, because like I said, the Scorpion kit's supposed to be here Friday, and then I'm gonna have to follow the instructions and order the toner, and then the color, and then get everything prepped and everything, and then probably we ain't got no choice. We're gonna spray it right here in the shop. So we'll go ahead and spray everything. We'll spray the walls, the back doors, we'll spray it all, and go from that. Can we see the dash? Yeah, it's got a little bit of stuff on it. Yep, you can see the dash. Yep. Yeah, there's the dash, and yeah, there's like I said, I got a little stuff put on it. There's the dash. Made the speaker pods up here. I really want to close all this in, but I can't go because this sticks out all the way. This is the windshield wiper motor. So, ideally, it would be, I'm thinking about, there's no way, it'd be ideal if I could just make a piece go all the way across. That would be great, but I can't do that because the windshield wiper arms are in the way. So I could probably make something to come out here like a box, and if I made a box to cover this up and come up and grab right here, I could probably do that and just cover this up, and then I don't know. But I'm gonna take the speaker pods off and go ahead and take the ceiling down, and then we'll just have to tape up the ceiling and then go ahead and get ready. And then we'll have to tape the floor up and spray the walls. And they're going to be scorpion coated and body color. So then I'm going to have to call the paint shop and order the toner, because all this, it's going to be interesting, because all this is going to get painted. So I'm probably going to run that whole stuff, do all this, the door pods, the back, and the back. I'm probably not going to spray it. I might even spray it on this too. I don't know. I hadn't decided yet. We might do something different on that. We might make some panels. We might put some we might put some insulation in here and make some panels to put up on this. And then when we bolt it, we'll just bolt it through the door. I don't know. No fiberboard. Nope. Putting scorpion undercoating. It is a heat resistant and noise resistant coating and sound deadening. It's 120 mils thick. So by doing that, we don't have to put any insulation board or fiber board or anything like that, because it's going to be 120 mils thick, and it'll be heat resistant and noise dampener. So no, you ain't put nothing on the walls. Nothing. I was going to undercoat it and then put Dynomat, and then we was going to put like interior panels up, like plastic panels up, and he said no. I meant the box in the front, the doors. Yes, okay. Y'all got a lot going on. So the box in front. No, everything's getting painted. Yes, the doors. The doors are going to be the plastic inside, correct. And there they are right there. So, I got to do some research and see. I got to do some research and find out what router bit will cut aluminum. I know that, and probably Diablo's probably got one. Yeah, Diablo's probably got one. But I'm going to have to make a wood puck. I'm going to have to make a wood puck. I have the original doors, but they fell apart. And they were out of like 22 gauge with OSB stuck in the middle. So they just fell apart. So I need to take the doors and bring them in here. That's why I need my table. See, that's another reason why I need my whole table. I need all that shit off the table so I can lay the original door on the table, trace it out on the new aluminum, and then cut it out. Cut it out build like a wooden puck or something. Make like a wooden puck all the way around it, and then take the router and go around it and let the router wheel run on the wooden puck. Even if we have to drill holes and bolt the wood to the aluminum, so I can take the router and run the router around and trace out the aluminum and cut out the doors. Because the doors are actually, let me show you, I'll show you. So the doors are actually shaped like this. The doors are actually shaped. The doors are actually shaped like this. And then there's a window, right? So you can see the door, how it's shaped. So, I could cut it with a skill saw. I can cut it with a skill saw, and that's not a problem. The window is a window like this. Well, actually, the window's like this. Well, we can put any window we want. The window in it was like that, and the lips. So what I can do is I can get some 3/4 plywood or 1/2 inch plywood, not OSB board, but plywood, and put up here and trace this out and make a puck. You know, make like a puck, and then put it up here, and then bolt the puck to the door, and then take the router and drop it in there and cut the window out. And then the holes for where the puck was at, I can use those because it's going to have a sheet of aluminum. It's going to have a sheet of aluminum, and then it's going to have the plastic board in between it. So I'm going to have to, I need something to cut the plastic, because I'm thinking if I try to cut this with a skill saw, it's probably going to melt. So I need like a router. So I got to cut these twice. Well, actually 3 times. I got to cut the outside perimeter twice, and then I got to cut the window hole. So I got to cut these and then these. And then here's the sheets of aluminum, and they're 14 gauge. So if you say the 14 gauge, and then this plastic right here, this plastic will be panel bond together. That will equal the thickness of the door, because it had a piece of 1/2 inch or 7/16 OSB, and then sheeted and 22 gauge, and then the door slides in, and the door actually hangs on these pucks right here. They hang on these wheels, which the bearings are shot, and then the door slides into that pocket. You got a what? Henry what? What did it say? Bailey custom wood. I'll have to check, Bailey. I used a regular 40-inch solid color. Okay, I don't know what that means. Now, well, yeah, these blades right here, these Diablo blades, they something else. There's something else. They do great. So that's where I'm at on that. So yeah, I just have to do some research. Maybe I'll ask Little Jackie. Little Jackie would definitely know. And then I can router out the holes. So we got to do that. So we're going to pull that aluminum sheeting down, try not to scratch it, get it stacked up in the corner, get everything ready, get everything blowed out, and then see what the temperature is going to act like, and then start taping everything up. Talk to the paint company, because there's instructions in the Scorpion kit of what kind of toner you're supposed to use, and then I need to order the toner the same color as the truck, and I need to order some paint. And but there's a lot of other stuff I need to do. I got to put nut inserts. I got to put nut inserts or pot rivets to bolt all this down. And then I thought about, honestly, painting all this out of the truck, because then I could just put it on saw monkeys and paint it, and then put it back in the truck and bolt it back down. And it'd be a whole lot easier on me, and I can do a nicer job. But all this is getting painted. So all this has to be sanded and prepped, all that. But the only thing I'm going to paint is probably the gauge cluster pieces and all that. I'll probably paint all that, take out the dash, paint all that. Not paint this yet because I don't know about what's going on here. And then take all the sealing back out, tape everything up, and then paint or put that Scorpion undercoating on everything inside, and then it'd be color matched to what the outside of the truck's going to be. And then figure out how I'm going to close this in a little better, because it looks unfinished to me. If I have to throw those away and start all over, I will. I'd really like to figure out a way to close it all the way in. If I could add some power to that windshield wiper motor to see how the motor actually works, I might be able to make a piece to slide behind it and let the windshield wiper arms close, or build a box. I could build a box, an aluminum box, to come out and just attach to the ceiling and just come straight over, and it'd just be deadheaded to the windshield pillar. and then put nut inserts or pot rivets just to cover this up. And I could probably come up here and make a box, and instead of come straight in like this, and then redo these panels to come all the way over and touch it. Or just make another insert to go right here to run behind it to cover this up. So I could do a break at the top and just run it flat here and bolt it here, because I know this windshield arm rotates and it would hit. So if it was behind it, it would just clear it, and then it'd clear all this up. And then I can put insulation. I could put some Pink Panther insulation back there, and then make something to come here and break it and do that, and then come straight up and then make it where it butts up to this and seals all that up. There's a lot of moving parts, man. I mean, it's a lot of moving parts. Is toner the same as primer? No. Toner is not the same as primer. Toner is what paint is. Toners is what makes the color in paint. But the thing about undercoat, the thing about bed liner and quartz and Raptor, you cannot, it says it on the instructions, it takes 8 ounces of color to put in the undercoat. And I've done many videos on this. You can Google it on YouTube, how to spray bed liner, JG Innovation Garage. And I got multiple videos on explaining that. So I'll just give you a quick rundown. When you get the bed liner, the quartz, the Raptor, and you get it tintable, it's white. It's not black, it's white. So you have to add your color pigment to that to get the color that you want. Well, if you paid attention in art class, if you take 8 ounces of red and you put it in 12 ounces of white, you're gonna have Pepto-Bismol. It's not gonna be red. You're diluting it with white. So it says 3 to 4 ounces. I found out it takes 10 ounces of color to make the pigment in the bed liner close to what you're spraying. So, and you cannot use toner with binder in it. Binder is what carries the paint from point A to point B. I explained this in a video a whole lot more in depth. You just have to go watch it. Binder in quartz and Raptor bed liner will knot it up and make it turn like cottage cheese, and you won't be able to spray it. So you have to just put toner with no binder. A lot of guys will pour single stage in there and it's like, oh, well, you can't do that because single stage is basically clear coat that's tinted, and it has to have a hardener to activate it. So when you put the hardener from the bed liner into the bed liner, the hardener in the bed liner don't like the chemical makeup of the single stage, and you get problems and shit delaminates, and then you talk shit about the product. You're like, man, that shit ain't worth a damn, shit fell off. Well, you mixed apples and oranges and tried to call it a damn banana smoothie. That's what happened. That's what happened. That's what happened. So, with that being said, you have to know your product. You have to know what you're spraying. Now, I've never sprayed Scorpion, but I've talked to Corey multiple times on the phone, and he explained, I asked questions, he's like, oh yeah, man, you know your shit. And I said, can you do this, do this, do this? And he's like, no, you can't do that. You have to do it this way, and this way. So, when I spray the Scorpion, I'll probably do just a video. I probably won't go live. I'll probably just do a video explaining everything that I'm doing. Then I will chop it up. I won't edit it. I'll just chop it up and I'll make a regular video on it, because it is a new product for me to spray, but it's not new tech. It's not new to me, if that makes sense. I understand the chemical and the physics makeup of it because he explained it to me. And once you explain it to me one time, that's it. You don't have to explain it to me no more. I got it. So Corey said in their Scorpion kit, there's a sheet in there that tells you what to tell your paint manufacturer, what to give you so you can color match your product. I also asked him, can I do this? Can I spray your product on the wall or in a bed and don't put no toner in it. Just spray it. Let it flash off for 24 hours. Come back, mix up my color, and spray my color over it like I'm doing a paint job. Let that flash off and then clear it. He said, absolutely. You can do that because you're not mixing the product. You're putting the product on top of each other. Now you'll have a chemical and a mechanical adhesion. And I said, okay, great. Also on this box truck right here, what I'm talking about, on this box truck, I ordered the HNR, which is the it's called heat noise reducer. And when I seen it, I thought, oh no, that's reducer. No, that's it. So 1 gallon of that covers, I don't want to tell you wrong, 1 gallon of that covers 25 square. And then their undercoating stuff covers 50 square. So 1 gallon does 25 square foot, and it's up to 80 to 100 mils thick, because that's what you want for the heat resistance. Once you spray the H&R down, you have to let it flash for 18 to 24 hours. Then you spray AP over top of it. Then you spray the undercoating on it, which gives you more mil buildage. Then you let that flash off. Then you put your color over it. You let that flash off. Then you put your clear coat on it if you want to put clear coat on it. You don't have to put clear on it, but you can if you want to, if you want that shiny. I'm not going to put clear coat on it on the inside because we don't want it shiny. We want that satin finish. So there is no way I can go live and do all that process because it's like 18 to 24 hours between the first section to the second section. So it's going to be multiple days. So the first day, I'll do a video spraying the H&R. I mean, hell, it'll take me a pretty good while to tape everything up. And then I'll spray the H&R. I'll do a video on it. And then I'll post that one and say this is part 1, and then we'll do part 2. I don't know. I hadn't decided yet. And then we'll spray the second part. We'll let that flash off. Then we'll do the third part. And then we'll do the final part. And then we'll be done. But there's a lot of moving parts. You can't just jump into it like you don't know what the hell's going on and then be mad as hell when shit don't work because, one, you didn't read the instructions. 2, you don't know how the product works. And 3, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Hey, I appreciate that, Mr. E2 myself. So that's where we're at on that. So I don't try to sugarcoat nothing. I tell it like it is. I don't make up shit. And Nathan sent me something that was very inspirational either today or yesterday. I get my days mixed up. It was either today or yesterday. I can't remember which day it was. But he sent me something. It was pretty inspirational. He says, if you don't have to make up shit and you stay genuine every day, then you don't have to worry about what you said 3 days ago and try to remember what lie you told or what storyline you told to correct yourself when somebody says, hey, you said, no, I never said that. And you go back and watch the video and you're like, yeah, hell, you did say that. Now, when I do joke around and pick around on stuff, but when I talk about the products and the stuff that I use and the chemicals I use and how I do stuff and how I was taught and how I learned how to do stuff, I don't screw around with that shit. I don't screw around with it. I tell it like it is. And the information I tell you is the information that I know of. But if there's new information and new technology and I learn something new, then what I'll say is, hey, I was running on old information, not bad information, old information. So now I will adapt and change my concept because, hey, you can't do this because they've changed the chemical makeups. That's another thing in this world, in this automotive world, in paint world. They're constantly changing shit. They're making hybrids. They're making all kinds of stuff. And if you don't know what's going on and you stay locked in your little box and you don't pay attention, you're going to order something, you're going to spray it, and you ain't going to know what the hell you doing, and you're going to like, what's a P sheet? And a lot of people go online and they'll ask questions. Hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? And then I used to answer them, but I don't even answer them no more because my question is, you went to the paint store and you bought primer, you bought this, you bought that. You didn't ask them for the P sheet, the product information sheet, where it tells you how to mix all this stuff. and you don't know how it mixes, you don't know what hardener goes in it, you don't know what reducer goes in it, you don't know what air pressure to spray, you don't know what gun tip to use, you don't know anything, but you ready to spray something. Man, get out of here, man. And then you get online and you ask questions, and when people say, well, did you get a piece sheet? What is that? Okay, let's start back to first grade. So you got to crawl before you can start running a damn triathlon. So you got to do this, 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 and this. Well, they didn't tell me that at the store, and then you get mad, and then you realize why it cost you 20 bands to get something painted. Because this shit, you got to understand. And so what he say? Yeah, every painter I asked for too, he said, did you read the directions? Yes. And see, the thing about it is, they didn't say that to be an asshole. They said that, did you read the instructions? And to people's defense that goes to the paint store and buy stuff, it's just like going to the primer stuff. It's just like going to the part store. It's like going anywhere else to buy something. The person behind the counter, 9 times out of 10, or excuse me, 9.5 times a half. 9.5 times out of a half, that person is there just for a paycheck. They just showed up to sell you that. They don't know nothing about nothing. They don't know anything about the product. They don't know what you can do with it, what you can't do with it, what you can push it to the limit. They don't know anything of that nature. None of it. Because they're just there for a check. They're there. You come in and say, hey, man, I need some primer. Yep, what you need? I need some primer. Yep, we got some primer over here. What you got? This MP202, this Omnia, it's good stuff. Oh, really? Can I use that to paint my car? Absolutely. Really? Yep, absolutely. And then they sell it to you, and then you get home and you're like, how do I mix this shit? Yeah, placeholders. Like, how do I mix this? And then they get online and ask questions, and then they get upset and they get ill because people say, well, did you get the instructions? They didn't give me no instructions. And they get mad. Do your homework with anything that you're doing. If you're going to do something, make sure I don't care if you want to be a damn fishing worm digger seller. I don't care if you want to be a worm mongler that sells fishing worms. Be the best damn fishing worm seller you can be. Know what kind of red worms, know which one this is. Just be the best one you can be. And ask questions. Don't take my word for it. Ask questions. And it's like, man, that shit don't sound right. That shit don't sound right to me. And question. I love it when people will ask me something or they question me and I was like, yeah. And then, well, really? I didn't. Let me check into that. Yeah, let me check into that. So I have sprayed a lot of product. And most times when I had a mishap or a mistake, this is what happened. One, I pushed a product way past what it was designed for. Two, there was something wrong with the piece sheet and the products had a chemical reaction that was not in the piece sheet, and then you find out after the fact, and then you reach out to the manufacturer, and then they change the piece sheet information because you reached out to them and said, hey, this is what happened, this is what I used, and you have a very good intellectual conversation with them, and you say, hey, let's figure out what happened. And then you spend months with a paint company, and that paint company works with you because they're in the business to make money. And if their product is failing, they're not going to make money. So they encourage people to talk to them with respect and decency. If you call and start cussing somebody out, they're going to hang up on you, click them. They ain't going to give a shit. But I sprayed etch primer down. One time. And I sprayed CRE 321 2K epoxy over that etch primer. Because you can do that in a lot of PPG stuff. You can. It didn't say in the piece sheet, it said that you could spray it. I followed the piece sheet. That shit crawled off like nobody's business. This was in 2013. That shit crawled off like nobody's business. And I was like, well, man, maybe I passed a wrinkle window or something. So I sanded it all down and I did it over again. Did the exact same thing. And I was like, there is no way that I made an error twice. Ain't happening. Sanded it all back down, recorded it, documented it, time-lapsed it, everything. Done the exact same thing to the letter on the piece sheet. And it was on one of my vehicles. It was a hood. I was repairing the hood on one of my vehicles. I time-lapsed it with my GoPro. I sprayed it, done everything by the book, left the camera up on it while it was time-lapsing. 8 hours after I sprayed it, you could literally watch it on camera start crawling off. Talked to PPG about it. They done an investigation. They had a rep. My rep at the time was a super good dude. He came to the shop. They scraped off a section of all the product with a razor blade. He put it in a damn Ziploc bag. He sent it to the main office. They did chemical analysis, and they come back, and this is what they said. You cannot put etch primer with CRE 321 epoxy. They don't like each other. It was PPG and PPG. They didn't like each other. And they rechanged their piece sheets for the mass production because your guy, JG, done it. What's up, 87? Look, 87. Look at this, 87. So, they changed their piece sheet and their instructions because I worked with them to kind of figure out. So, I tell everybody, you can't use etch primer. You have to make sure that shit likes each other before you spray it. So, I don't use no etch primer no more. I use 2K epoxy. That's all I use from the ground up all the way up. I don't use anything else. I don't use any kind of primer surfacer. I don't use any of that shit. None of it. I use 2K all the way up. Now, on the side of this box truck right here, yeah, so I got with the manufacturer, and they changed their whole dynamics and their chemical makeup on their product that they sell today. That happened like 2012, 2013. Now, that on that box truck right there is CRE 321 2K epoxy. That's what's on the outside of that. On this right here, this K5 Blazer, it's all going to be tamp coat. Every bit of it, from ground up. It's going to be from the raw metal all the way up to clear. All of it's going to be tamp coat. Every single bit of it. All of it's going to be tamp coat. I've already talked to the owner. I told him what I wanted to do. I told him what I expected. I told him what was needed. I told him this is what I need to do. He knows I'm a PPG guy. He has chemicals. He has chemists that build. Tamco has chemistry, or they have chemists that make their paint, and they're PPG oriented. And I told the owner of the company, this is what I expect. This is what I want to do. This is what I want. This is what I expect. And we've been talking for the last 2 months, back and forth in email and conference calls. And we have got a plan. Everything that I'm going to use on this truck right here, this K5 Blazer, is going to be Tamco. And they're based out of Florida and out of Virginia. And they are going to warranty every bit of it. And they told me what was expected of me, and I told them what was expected of them. And they told me what I could use and what I couldn't use and how I could push the limits of it, and that's what I want to do. So that is that on that. This probably going to be the same thing. I'm probably going to use Tamco on this because they have a badass teal color. We have, what's up, Barbara? What's up, 87? Tamco. Yeah, check them out right there. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Tamco has a badass teal. They have a pastel teal that I just love. Now, I could get that paint, and I could get PPG to mix it, and I could get them to, but ain't no sense in doing all that horse shit, trying to reinvent the damn wheel. So I talked to the client, and I said, look, this color right here is fire. And he said, yeah, driver, whatever, if that's what you like. I said, well, you said you wanted it pastels, and you told me I could pick the colors. So here's the color I'm picking, and the bright white, the clean clean white. And he's like, yeah, let's go. And I said, but it's Tamco. Do you have a problem with that? He said, I don't care what you do, driver. Do whatever you want to do. So that will be Tamco as well. Now, that's CRE 321 2K epoxy on the outside. It's not a problem. All I got to do is sand it, and then I can start all over. I mean, I can start on top of that. That's a good foundation. But all the colors in this, all the bright pastels, the 60 pastels is going to be on this box truck. So what's up, Johnny Rocket? So that's that, boys and girls. These are some flying eyeballs that I got to ship to Miami, and I got to ship those to Miami. I got to ship that one to Texas, and I got to ship this one to Fort Lauderdale. So I got to get all these epoxied and sent. And then, hey, 87, you still in here? Hey, is Barbara is Bobby and Barbara Peanut still in here? 87, you still in here? No, they're transport wheels. They're transport wheels. Hey, check this out. No, those are gunny wheels. These are gunny wheels. They're transport wheels. These wheels fit 45 different vehicles, so I can put them on whatever. So check this out. I got to go get a shape up today since all the snow's gone. But is Barbara? Hey, check out this hat. Hey, 87. If I go to run to the sun, I'm probably gonna wear this hat. Check this out. Look at this hat this subscriber sent to me. Y'all boys ready? Look. Woo! Huh? Look at that right there. Nah, I ain't gonna go get no high and tight. I am gonna get shaped up though. I am gonna get shaped up. Look at this right here. Ooh, look on the side. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, look. Shit. Huh? What y'all think about that? It's cool, man. It's cool. Yeah. Yeah, look at the side of it. Look. Yep. Look. Yep. Ain't that something? Can't get it dirty though. But like, woo, look at that. Michael Jackson, eat your heart out. Shawam, shawam. Hey, let me show you something else I was working on. Hey, I'm gonna show you one more thing. Let me show you this what I was working on. Y'all check this out. Look at that. Look at that right there, boys and girls. I'm doing I worked on this last night. This is a window plaque, you know, like low rider window plaque. Y'all check that out. Look at this. Look, I've been working on this. Look, check it out. Check it out. I'm in North Carolina. What did he say? John Clark said I need Jesus. Hey, I had 2 students in my class. I named them Jesus 1 and Jesus 2. And then when Jesus 1 graduated, Jesus 2 got promoted from number 2 to number 1. Yeah. Yeah, so this is going to be a window plaque. You know, like all the old school lowriders and stuff. I've been working on this right here. I got to do some more cutting and trimming, but you get the idea. You get the idea on that right there. So I got to go in here and I got to trim out. I got to connect and do a little bit more trimming in there so the letters stay together. And then what I'm gonna do is I'll cut one out and see if I need to adjust anything. And then once I get it tweaked, then I'm gonna add the little uprights to it where you drop it down in there and so yeah. Yeah, so that's that, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. But I appreciate everybody tapping in. We kind of run this thing on out to about 67 minutes. But boys and girls, hey Nathan, yeah, no politics, hey Nathan, I couldn't find no plate, Nathan. Nathan, I couldn't find no plate. Yancey told me Yancey reminded me to let you know I couldn't find no plate. So boys and girls, I appreciate every single one of you, boys and girls. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. 3/8 would be great. You should do one that would replace the grill and no G6. What's up, Eric? Hope you're doing well. Remember what I said, boys and girls? Hey, Mac, what in the hell are you making, Mac? Mac, you've been beating on that damn tunnel thing for the last 45 minutes. You made like a puck and you took the air hammer. What did you making, a transmission tunnel or a firewall for something? You've been beating the shit out of that thing for the last damn hour. What in the hell? What in the hell did you make? Look, Mac got a daggone, Mac put a guide up there. Mac, what, oh, you got, what is that, what's that, the 1/4 inch? What roll die is that, Mac? I see what you're doing, Mac. I see what you're doing. You took a Betsy clamp, and you took a piece of angle iron, and you took another piece of angle iron, and you made a guide so you keep it straight. That was for the 31. I see what you're doing, Mac. 5/16 die. Yeah, I see what you're doing. Oh, I see what you're saying, Mac. Your top head's moving a lot. I remember you telling me that in a text. Mac cheated. Y'all see what Mac did? Mac took that piece of flat bar and flipped the switch so it goes reversed and forward so he wouldn't have to walk over there and do it. I see what you did, Mac. You cheater, pumpkin eater, you. You cheater, pumpkin eater, you. I seen what you did. Remember what I said, boys and girls? I appreciate every single one of you. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Remember what I said, boys and girls? Don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch work, sweeping off anybody else's. Put off first, let Lucy drag, pin chicken grease them out. Cheater, pumpkin.